Hello, welcome. Let me get all my overlay stuff. Let's see. There we go. Okay, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna be playing a game called Disco Elysium. I really like this game. It's like a kind of a point-and-click adventure game. And you play as a detective, and it has really good, weird, artsy-fartsy writing, and I really like it. It kind of has like D&D type rules, with like dice rolls and stuff. And content warning, this game has some mature language in it, so nothing super obscene, but you know, if you have neighbors or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna get started. So last time I played as a sensitive character. This time I'm gonna play as a physical one. So extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. So very different from the first time I played the game. But I'm super excited for this because they added voice acting to it. That way I don't have to read everything.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
I'm just gonna keep non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
How about you cough up more that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Alonzi, let's go. I don't know how to actually pronounce that. I know it's a Doctor Who thing.
Alright. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Let's visit the ancient Zero home.
Great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will.
Let's see. Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me the song of death.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation.
Oh, sensations, I don't like those.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering
I'm gonna
is
move the
firing
chat
up again.
over there.
It wants to walk the desert,
There we go.
hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Stop, I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help, someone, cut my head off, it's trying to murder the rest of me.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
So yeah, I said this game was weird. You've probably noticed that by now. But now there's actually stuff to look at. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Doink. Let's see, it's been a while since I played. Oh, I guess I can't hold it. Hmm. Okay, got my shoes. I don't think it's gonna let me leave the room without pants, so I'll put those nasty things on.
Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Fish them out.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
I'm a fan of this man's voice. Okay, here's the first quest in the game.
Has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Let's see, what are my stats? Okay, so this is like my stealth, kind of.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
So you have all of these skills, and these skills kind of weigh your odds of winning a dice roll, and I just succeeded on the one that I did. So if you're a super psychic character, you can do more brainy things. I'm playing as a very physically fit character, who's also very stupid.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact.
Bring it on.
Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's almost pleasurable.
Pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt.
Alright.
The fan stands still.
Wait, did I get the tie? Let's see, is it in my inventory? No, what happened to my... Oh yeah, I am wearing it. Okay. Is that my jacket? I'm probably not going to read all the like incidental text, because that'll probably get annoying. But yeah, I'll try to leave the text up long enough to read if you do want to read it. This is the first time I've streamed a game like this, so play it by ear a little bit.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror.
Oh, hello. Looks like someone else joined. Welcome.
Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
I don't care. I hurt myself. It's what I do.
Behold,
So good.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Of course I do. It's, is it some kind of superstar? I think I'm a superstar.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it might be because I'm a superstar.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, this is what superstars do.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I don't think I have Windex equipped. Let's see. Superstardom.
You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
Check for pulse.
You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive, for now.
I have very low odds of getting either of these. Right. Yeah, I don't want to stop. Fuck.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer, right?
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Okay, Chief Technical Officer?
No. You're a police officer, sir.
Goddamn right I'm a policeman, and don't you forget it.
Okay, cool. I won't.
No need to be alarmed, I was just getting into character, you know.
Okay.
Whoa. Something wants to come out of you. A bit of vomit. Thankfully, you keep it down, because your body does not control you.
How did you know I'm a police officer?
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, as you put it.
What business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
I don't have very good suggestion. I'm a very stupid character. Let's see. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else?
Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Let me try a suggestion. Try the expression on her.
Try the expression.
I actually did it.
Come on, why are you still doing this?
I'm at death's door, bloated, a goner, and still. Does the long ever stop?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
Can't open my inventory to see if I have beans.
She puts out her cigarette.
No, I have beans.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Before you go, I have some questions for you.
Yes,
Where am I?
you're in a hostel, sir.
No, but where? Where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Rivishall forever.
Forever and ever.
And ever, out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them. Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on alright.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Oh my god. Maybe we were the disco the whole time. Let's see. What was I singing?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way? Like a wild beast?
Yes, it was very cool. Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
It prides me to hear this. Tell me there was more.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Sounds like you were in some real fundamental pain there, muscle man.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Tell me, is it 51 now?
It's 51.
What century?
The current century?
And that's what?
Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And this is the current one.
How many centuries have there been?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
What's funny?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
Okay, you can go now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Still got it. Money. Oh. This is my other shoe.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Right on. Yeah, so I get these little thought bubbles that show up every once in a while when I react to certain things. So if I notice them and click on it, I get some more good writing. Oh.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
What now?
The living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It wants smokes.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
I think I'm gonna be a druggo in this run, because I avoided them the first time I played.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
I know money is hard to get in this game, so that might run into money. I hope my cat isn't getting picked up too much. He's been meowing a lot. He thinks I'm talking to him.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. Whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
This goes well with the theory I'm developing, that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now?
Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, I can definitely hear him. He is being a pill.
You would need another
He's
copy
full
of
of
the tape
beans.
first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
So that's the most important quest in the game, is doing karaoke. I won't be able to do that for a while.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Ste Koarius Skua."
It's a great skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
I'm a cop and I talk to whomever I please.
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He looks a little bit like Napoleon Dynamite.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know...
Alright, we're about to meet the best character in the game.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Conceptualization. Invent a name for myself. I have very bad conceptualization, but I'll try it. Damn
Raphael
it.
Ambrosius Cousteau.
It's so cool.
Yes, it is. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name for one classy cop.
My name
Say
is
it.
My name is Raphael Ambrios Cousteau.
Yes, well. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him?
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Completely.
Completely. Does that mean you took the body down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
Don't worry about the body, I'll rip it down.
After it's been up in a tree for that long, any kind of ripping is inadvisable.
Delicate goods, filled with stinking horrors.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens' militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
You mean these white rectangles?
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
I have my badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge.
Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Let's roll.
After you, officer.
Alright, let's talk to this fucking nerd again.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Oh, looks like somebody else. Oh, somebody just came in and then left. I was gonna say welcome, but fuck them. No, that's not right. I appreciate them.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Oh, he doesn't know my name. I'm Detective Raphael Ambrosos Casto.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Who, me?
Yes, Detective Cousteau. I have everything. You?
Let's see. I have questions.
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
This is the second time you've avoided the subject.
Oh my god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they?
Before you said they hoisted them up on the tree, who did you mean by they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who was saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him!
It's just what a murderer would say.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive says.
Did you kill him, Gart?
No, I didn't.
You can tell me, Gart. You killed him, right?
I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this?
Why did you have to kill him?
Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
The lieutenant stands motionless, his expression unreadable.
Did he hurt you? Is that why? Did you get some kind of sick kick out of killing him?
What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
I'm a hungry boy. For prey. He killed someone else then?
He ignores you. More. Press on. Push through.
Did you kill Sylvie?
Fuck you, man.
That's enough.
You have not entirely convinced me.
That's a real pity.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
That's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Let's see. Slip away unnoticed. I did it.
As you blow this joint, behind you a whiny voice shouts.
Real mature, man. Real mature.
Shut up, you Melvin. Okay, so this is where union members meet. Pinball machine.
Hello, sweetie.
This is also a good character.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Let me move Simone out of the way for a second. Just so you can get a good look at that handsome devil.
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
We can work
You
around
must
that.
forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
Oh god, should I ask for cigarettes or just... I want to ask. Want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime?
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
See, I'm kind of playing it the last time, with the last build I had, where I was this kind of, I guess kind of Mulder character who believed every conspiracy theory he got his hands on. But this time I want to play as just like a dumb as rocks tough cop, so might want to stick to that roleplay a little more.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I am doing, or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
Let's see. We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts.
Now. We are alive in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, and the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Spring of 51?
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Just give me a sticker.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
Gave me a grape sticker. It says grape job, and when you scratch it, it smells like grapes.
Outside, the melting snow seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets, all the way down into the sewers. Above ground, the first maybells blossom. You can feel it, a great cold. Then the shiver passes.
Yeah, this game has a pretty phenomenal amount of text to account for every little decision you make. There's a lot of different ways you can approach different problems. The last time I was a very physically inept kind of conspiracy theorist that was also trying to start a communist revolution.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us.
Oh no, nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control, led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly not one who's horseback.
I mean, I should probably be doing a Patrick Warburton voice for this character I have in mind, but that would probably be tiring for all of us.
Of course, you've arrived at a weak world, where no one appreciates animal husbandry.
I don't even know what to say, I'm so disappointed.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
There's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So, how did I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Reality, in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
What is the revolution he mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
But I'm a cop. Whatever it was hasn't stopped me.
Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Is that money?
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Let's see. Steal the dockworker's ID.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
And the man?
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
I guess, do I have that in my inventory? Oh, I got the pen. What do I have in my inventory? Yeah, with my last character, I would not have been able to do that. I probably would have just, like, fallen flat on my face. And then ran home crying. Like a big baby boy.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Gotta get my hands on some crayons.
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Let's see. Let go of your nose without throwing up.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Well, let's hope everybody wants to see vomit on screen.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
Gave me a handkerchief. I feel like my character would say I don't need your pity, but I want to be nice to Kim because he's my buddy cop, so I'll say thanks.
The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
I'll be mean to everybody but him. I mean, I'll annoy the shit out of him, but I won't be hostile to him. I don't need that shit.
Sure you do. You just threw up a lot.
Where do we get ammonia from?
There is freight nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure. I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Gotta run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
He was very easygoing.
Really? None. Maybe just a tiny bit of annoyance.
Oh, I think I can equip those. Okay, that adds 1 to my interfacing. And it makes it look like a fucking Melvin, but adds to my stats.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Let's try again, because I don't want to be a fucking Melvin.
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Spit and say nothing.
Are you okay, officer? You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
What is happening to you? Are you going to cry now, son? You heard the coach. This is weakness. It cannot go on much longer, or you will lose.
Give me a moment, I got this. Let's try again.
An appropriate attitude. You need to get your shit together.
But my shit is already together.
No, it's not, officer. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Yeah, so one of the main quests in this game is to not throw up.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
My morale's not good. If I have items to restore my morale.
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard.
So this might be challenging because I'm a stupid detective. So I'm gonna have to solve problems differently. I'm gonna save my game real quick.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Just a trash container. There is no such thing. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
Did someone say pry bar?
Fuck yeah, pry bar.
Pry bar, pry bar. Your palms yearn its cold touch, to grasp it once more, as you've done so many times.
No, or pry bar.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar and pry this baby wide open.
Fuck yeah. Asking questions is for fucking Melvins.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Kim, what are we looking at? What is this machine?
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Okay, but what is a motor carriage?
A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century.
Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor carriages?
The Caprice Motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
I might be wrong, but this one is a sports model, right?
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like Tip Top, Detective?
What is Tip Top?
An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition.
Look at the cabin again.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pull out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Pry
The
bar.
pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Take chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
Not as cool as a pry bar, but
You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
take the flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Let's see.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Give it a shot.
Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't bending. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break its resistance. Utter the power words.
The fuck kind of metal is this? This is fucking shit.
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough.
Hang from the pry bar with all my weight.
There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
Kick the shit out of it.
Unsatisfying, hurtful. You hear a ringing sound, but not quite hollow. The can seems to be full. Full of itself. Content. Happy you failed. This snickering trash container is having a grand old time.
Asshole.
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
But I wanted to use the pry bar. I feel like I'm losing out on something not using the pry bar.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I've wasted my life protecting humans. They don't deserve it.
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particularly challenging district. But poverty does not make one a loser. Poverty is just poverty.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
I think I just got a game over. Yeah.
Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another...
Huh. I've never actually got a game over the last time I played this. But, let's see. Yeah, you have a morale system where, like, basically if you embarrass yourself, you lose morale, and you can die of embarrassment. So what did I just do?
This trash container is locked.
How far back do I... Oh, I gotta go back and get the tools. I'll skip through the dialogue. Okay, I've got the gloves already.
Before you stands, vapor emanates. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a scent of leatherwork and heavy a metallic drawer.
Take what you need.
He's clearly a little the pry bar, cold and useful for opening all the handles. You can do good. It's robust. Lets you pull
Speed
out
running this shit.
Slides back into its nest.
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use it a motorized vehicle of it. The Kupris
But this is different.
You're right. I did an interstellary racing series.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
Alright, this next speedrunning trick is called continue clicking. It's frame perfect. You can end a run. Okay, let's do a quick saverino.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says...
Oh, I need to actually equip the tool. Maybe it'd be better to have a flash cutters.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid. You stick the pry bar into the fissure beneath the lid and push down. It doesn't take much force. With a satisfying crack, the metal gives way. You can open the lid now.
I'm gonna try not to save scum. Yeah, but if I die, I'll try things over again.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper.
Pesta.
Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Look at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Oh yeah, trash pants.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Free pants.
Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or That one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
We'd ask the kids who put them there.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Alright.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Getting that mug.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
Yoink.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Gimme.
They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Must have been cramping my style.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
Whatever, nerd.
Easier said than done. How could this pathetic cabbage of copy paper and plastic ever become très disco?
I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I don't take those.
I see, yes. You are what we call a badass, aren't you? Tell me, does your badass see more in there, or are we done here?
Let me stick my ass in and check.
Ah, yes, and it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Cool.
So cool.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Hell yeah. So let's see. Okay, so this is another system in the game where you get these little thoughts that can define your personality or recover memories. And so you can spend some time internalizing them, and you can get stat boost. Let's see. I don't know if I can do that yet, though. Okay, so superstar, and I need to get my shit together. Okay. So yeah, those have little timers. Okay. Quick save. I'm gonna talk to this little shitbag.
Kuno's got this.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno.
Hey kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Fuck that, Kuno. Yeah, right in the mouthful.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno.
I appreciate that they bleep that word.
You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects, making the battered corpse look just a little bit worse for wear.
Got a good hand, kid.
What? You wanna fuck Kuno now?
No.
That's it? That's all you've got? No! Got your ass handed to you by the Kuno? Who's the man now, huh? Kuno's the man? You wouldn't believe the pussy Kuno tears up.
What was that, Kuno?
Nothing, see, nothing. Just slicing some bacon.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
You know how he got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Alright, where'd you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Where's Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
You know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He could have just said he doesn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking okay. Gotta have a gimp for rock practice.
Don't ask the pigs for permission, Kuno. Don't ask the pigs for shit.
You seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Let's talk about something else.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Let's see. About the crime scene. Do you often play in this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
Let's see. Dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Could be a lead in my investigation.
Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Alright, what's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
I don't want to take a kid's pants.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Let's see. Might be interested in the pants.
All right, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
That's fair.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
What's in the greenhouse?
Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there.
What do you mean by kipped?
Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright?
Gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
You mean the woman by the whirling rags?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
That ladder yours?
No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climbed the ladder up to your magic treehouse.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
So you refer to yourself in the third person?
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Despair creeps
Oh
into
no.
you, getting fat on your weakness.
Oh no.
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation. He watches you melt down stoically. Nothing you can say would...
Ah, shit. Yeah, I think the last build I played had a lot of more morale points, so I could afford to embarrass myself all the time. But this build I have a lot of health, so I can afford to eat shit all the time, so I need to approach things differently. I'll talk to him later, so you don't have to go through all that. Let's see, do I have the items I found? Okay, yeah, I have the stuff I found there. Let's go talk to Napoleon. Oh.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
It's on the shore.
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that,
Coal City, end of all lines.
run my fingers through my dampened hair. It's an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. It's in the east.
There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window. Beyond that, the strike breakers have gathered. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Okay, so I guess my physique is so high that I can perceive things in the environment. I wasn't able to do this before.
You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. Two green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the mosaic paving of the plaza.
What's in the north?
Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated. Droplets of rain slip from his cold cheeks.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
What is Jamrock?
Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at?
Have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland. In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. It's the only home you have now, but you can't go back. Not like this. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
What's below?
Collapsed storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater. Hidden weapon caches from the revolution, doors leading down to Le Royaume. The catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, They delivered the blue-blooded dead.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
I think they said that I could find one near here. Because money is not something that I have. Okay. I need more morale. Is there a way I can increase that? Okay, so volition. Yeah, I need to upgrade that because I need a little bit of wiggle room to embarrass myself. Because I like giving stupid answers to questions.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money. You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there, somewhere.
Okay, that's one way I can make money by picking shit up. I will need to do that later.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
I approve of this. Very futuristic. Tap on the girls kissing.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods. Her shoulders tense. She shuffles back only slightly. Bewilderment and repulsion root her in place. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half-smile.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Do you have ammonia for sale?
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired ennui.
Yes, what we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
Yeah, well, that 4 shouldn't be hard for me to find. I don't remember where you find the bag for picking up trash. Oh, there's some money. Gimme. Okay, let's ask the fucking nerd about the trash. I'm probably gonna play until about midnight, or whatever, like, big event happens around that time where it would make sense to leave off.
Real mature, man. What exactly were you trying to accomplish? You do understand you still owe me money, right?
Fuck you.
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
You didn't appreciate my moves?
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know you can't pay for them. Not because you ran away. Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square.
That window was just an unfortunate casualty of me practicing my moves. I won't pay for it.
Fine, I'll take it off the bill. Sleep in a post-apocalyptic hellhole if you want to. Just know I won't give you another room.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 60 real for 3 nights stay. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you up there. Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back here.
Yeah, I think I can also get a game over if I can't pay this guy. I think there is a free place I can find later, but that won't be available to me for a while. Let's see. Okay, I'll ask him about the trash.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Someone on your staff would put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. 2 men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Oh, I gotta get more comfortable headphones. I have these big over-the-ear ones that don't quite go over my ear.
Thank you anyway.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
That's fair.
Yes.
By the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger Then we sing this place to shit.
Hell yeah. I've seen something here at the Whirling Guard I need to talk about. That was not a great read. Very bad read on my part. Let's see. I saw a sign on the mess hall that's reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Let's talk about something else.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Ah. About the money I owe.
Yes, have you got it?
How much do I owe you?
For the room, 60 real.
Alright, something else.
Like what? I was really enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
See ya, nerd.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Alright, so my endurance checks are unlocked, so I can go back and try to not throw up again. I guess I can get more endurance. My learning cap is raised. Okay, so I got that one. Superstar is about halfway charged. What's this?
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Far away?
In time or space?
Both.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster, I don't care. Fuck everything, hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, hobo cops. Oh, I lose composure. That might be bad. Oh, the research time is 4:20. What is composure down? Oh. Okay, I can handle a hit to my composure. Okay. Do I want to do that though? Okay, let's try it. So yeah, for now I can only have 3 of these active. I need to unlock these with experience. And I think the experience is the same for raising my stats or my thought cabinet. Let's see, where do I want to go next? Yeah, let's talk to the dancer.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Let's see, I'll deal with that later.
The door is closed.
Try the handle.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. As you hold the metal, you sense the warmth left there by her hand. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Swallow the emotion.
The door is closed.
Knock again.
Still no answer.
Knock again much harder.
Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Punch the door.
You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good, normal thing to do. Not to mention, great exercise.
Stop that.
I hope I can commit to being an asshole, but still get him to like me. Let's see. Oh yeah, I could try to deal with the body.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Okay, now that I've got my shit together, I have a good chance of passing this one.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's the smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Yeah, the last time I played this, my character was a fucking Melvin, so I wasn't able to do this until like hours into the game. So I just sort of speedrun that part. Let's see, inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
They're armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
Okay, what kind of armor is this?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching, baby.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
That is what ka-ching means, yes.
Mm-hmm. It means disciplinary hearing.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
How could he afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
Looks pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for this species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Talking about Bakuno.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Why does my mortal coil need protecting?
Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death.
Understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless and synthetic.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Pull the boot off.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Let go.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Let's let him go, Kuno.
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by pulling on the deceased foot?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
The character I was playing before, the Melvin I mentioned, you could actually have a conversation with this dead man because of your conspiracy theory laden psychic mind. I don't know if I probably can't do that with this character, so I'm not sure if that scene will happen because my character is just a jock.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Oh, I still have a decent chance of winning that. Let's see.
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench, eyes like a shark. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
His face and hands are pink, thighs too. The rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead.
I agree. Totally dead.
Dead. Dead.
Dabba-doob-doob dead.
Something is coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death.
Maybe.
Okay. He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
Let's see. I don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Could it be he was moved after the death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
I should get a drink.
No, you should not get a drink. You should perform an initial inspection of the victim's corpse. We are on the rope part.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a harbor?
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
How did they even get him up here?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt. Buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
We're assuming the dock workers did it.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Let's see. Seems like they really wanted him to stay here. The polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Inspect the tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
This is a map of the night sky.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
Missing something here.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
Let him work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
I gotta see if there's an art book for this game.
In case we need it.
These illustrations are very good. Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need the photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Let me double check.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I'll skip talking to the corpse. That's not really within character.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Let's see. We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch? I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up there. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this.
Why is that?
Clown cops climb tree, fall down. Enraged cop assaults children after falling from tree. Cretin cop, they like that word, saws the branch he's sitting on, literally. Local children report corpse mutilation.
Fuck yeah, climb that shit, monkeys!
See, you're only making them do those things less.
So we're gonna just let those kids bully us into not doing our work?
What I'm proposing is, we save acrobatic tricks as a last resort, after we've tried everything else.
Oh, these have got to be the most fucking boring mulka parts I've ever seen.
Someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
You have a point there.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Shoot the belt, bullet will break it.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
I'll let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
a lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders are raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Mulka asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Alright, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Pinot Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
I can try to shoot him down myself.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
Gonna need your gun for this.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
I think someone's stolen it from me. Stolen my gun. Gun is stolen.
Extremely unfortunate. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, a P9 armistice, before. At some point it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Die first.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Got him.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
You've been policed.
Ace is high.
Oh, hell yeah.
You could add an ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Fuck yeah.
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does.
Hell
and
yeah.
with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an ace's low hanging.
Fuck yeah, Kim.
I knew these guys were
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Alright.
Some kind of superstar.
Yeah.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Hell yeah. Alright. That was pretty successful. I think I'm gonna leave it off there. Getting a little late and I'm getting hungry. Alright. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, I think I'm going to try to stick to the schedule where I do art streams Fridays at 10 and game streams on Saturdays at 10, and we'll see how long I can keep that up. That might change in the future depending on how it works with my schedule. But yeah, that was really fun. Thank you for tuning in. And I will see you later, Hog Champs. Bye.